Hi guys, I'm Miss Delaney and today we're going to be reading Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin with pictures by Betsy Lewin. Now, based on the cover of this book that you can see here, can you make an inference about what this story might be about? Right, it's definitely about farm animals. We can see cows, a goose, a chicken, and these cows look like they're typing on this big metal thing here, and we're going to read about that and find out what it is. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click clack moo, click clack moo, clickety clack moo. At first he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click clack moo, click clack moo, clickety clack moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough the cows had found an old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets. No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. So, based on what you've seen and read so far, what do you think a typewriter is? Exactly. A typewriter is like a computer keyboard that we use with our laptops and when we're learning. But you can write notes with it on paper and post them, just like the cows are doing. And since Farmer Brown can only hear moo, and he doesn't hear what they're actually saying, the cows can use the typewriter to talk to him. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click clack moo, click clack moo, clickety clack moo. And all the cows are typing. The next day he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. What is the importance of electric blankets, do you think? Right, the animals are cold and it's about to be winter outside and they need something to keep them warm because they're outside in a barn. Do you blame the cows for wanting them and wanting electric blankets? No, I wouldn't either. If it's cold outside and they're cold, I think they need the electric blankets to stay warm. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed, no milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried the farmer. In the background he heard them. Click clack moo, click clack moo, clickety clack moo. Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. Can you list a trait the cows have? How do they act toward the farmer? Right, I think the cows are very persistent. That would be a good trait. They're very stubborn because they want what they want and they're not going to give up until they get it. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. There are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. If you were a farmer, how would you adapt to this situation? Would you give the cows blankets? Or would you force them to make eggs and milk and have them be cold? If I were the farmer, I think I would give them blankets and help them stay warm. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. How would you contrast the farmer and his animals? Right. I think the animals are a lot nicer than the farmer. And I think the animals can be really stubborn compared to the farmer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with a typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. So what do you think Farmer Brown will do here? Right, I think he'll give them blankets because he doesn't want to fight with them anymore and he needs eggs and milk to run his farm. Do you think he'll ever get his typewriter back? Maybe. We'll find out. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come back with a typewriter. Do you think the duck will come back with the typewriter? No? Maybe not. The next morning he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving pond. Sincerely the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. So at the end of the story, do you think Farmer Brown will still get his typewriter? You think the ducks will keep it? You're right. The ducks got their diving board.